In today's crazy world, it's all about time. And one of the things that we get a question about, and that's why we're doing our segment on Ask the Expert today, is time management. How does our thinking preference and the way our brain works impact the way we manage time? To find more about the whole brain model, which I'll be referring to in today's little video, you can go to our website, www.hbdi.com. But let me start by giving you a quick overview of what you can learn about your time management and how you can be more effective. So what we know about our brains is that we all have our preferences. And so part of what we know is that different preferences lead to different challenges and opportunities. So if you are a more logical, analytical kind of a thinker, which is that upper left blue A quadrant in the whole brain model that we work with, you will often have a challenge of really looking at getting bogged down maybe in the analysis and the need for the bottom line and that goal orientation. The goal orientation is really a huge advantage because it means that you're very focused on where you want to go. Challenges? Maybe that because you need to have all the facts and the analysis done to get there, that may throw you off track. So what do? Maybe you can use technology, which is often something that this kind of thinker is comfortable with, to actually help you stay on track and also allow others to stay on track with you without requiring too much interaction from you. Now, those who are in the lower left B quadrant, the green quadrant and the whole brain model, may actually have a natural inclination for planning. And so they're often very good at getting organized and having a plan and thinking things through step by step. Their challenge can be that they can get bogged down in all of the details of the situation and often get stressed out if things change, which they inevitably do. So what can you do from this perspective? Well, you can actually really design your planning with some buffer built in for those changes. And that way you won't get as caught off guard by some of the changes. Now, the right side of the brain is quite different. If you look at the lower right C quadrant, the red quadrant in our model, that people orientation is a huge advantage in terms of time because it's actually very easy to interact with somebody in terms of getting things scheduled, and you're sensitive to other people's needs. And I found that the motivation to really make things work and stay on track is often to make sure other people's needs get met. Downside? Well, sometimes overcommitment. You may be committing too much of your time to other people's needs and not taking care of your own. So what do you do about that? I found that communication is key, and really having maybe some opportunities to talk through other options so that you can gracefully decline maybe some of those commitments that you don't have time to do, and put in place a planning system that allows you to check on that while you're talking to somebody. Finally, that upper right yellow D quadrant perspective in the whole brain model. That is the part of who we are, that's the big picture thinker. And this particular mode is extremely good at seeing all the possibilities. And often they're good at thinking about what the future implications of a time situation might be. Challenge with this is that sometimes the big picture means that you might overlook some of the critical details and maybe get off track and maybe not do the follow-up required, maybe not have the system in place that tracks all of those details. So a really good tip for this particular quadrant is find some fun visual way to get a handle on your time so that you can stay on top of it and capture those details in that moment where you actually are making a decision about something so that it doesn't fall through the cracks. So just a few ideas on how you can effectively understand time management. In a nutshell, that upper left blue A quadrant is really focused on the present, more of an orientation toward the present. That lower left B green quadrant is often focused on the past and how things have worked before. That lower right C quadrant on the right side of the brain is going to often be focused on the past, but maybe with an orientation towards people and feelings that have occurred. And that upper right yellow D quadrant is really going to be more focused on the future. So think about yourself. How can you use this model to more effectively get the whole brain advantage in leveraging your time. HBDI practitioners will have access to the models I just described in the Practitioners Corner on our website, www.hbdi.com. Good luck.